The shit was all borked, alright? Ended my stream for you, okay? So fuck you.
Thanks, man. I hope that makes your internet go better because you look like garbage.
No, dude, that's just how Skype works, mate.
Okay.
Hey, can you look at Skype chat real fast, Roll?
Yeah.
Or I was talking to Nathaniel. Not you, like, and not everything is about you, dude.
I'm sorry. I let the esports fame get to my head.
Let it get to your head, GG.
Well, Nathaniel knows all about that, huh? You need a new Skype picture. Until I met you, like, you look like the biggest fucking douchebag in the world in your Skype picture. I don't know if you realize that. I think it's the hair. Like,
Really?
I'm talking to Lycan. You don't think
Oh,
so?
now you're talking to me.
Okay.
Have you seen Lycan in person?
Yeah.
Dude, Nate and I
Or, like,
cuddled.
or yeah, I guess like on webcam or whatever. Yeah, like you look like a good dude. Like you look fine in person, or like how you actually like. But your Skype picture always makes you look like a huge douchebag.
You know,
You
that was
know
one of
who
the
Sorry, God.
that was one of the first things you said to me when we met.
Oh, well then why didn't you change it? What the fuck?
That is a different Skype picture. That's a new one from 2 years ago or whenever we met. Yeah, 1 year ago.
You just take. You want to know who you remind me of in this picture? Go ahead to like 7 minutes. You remind me of this guy. Maybe this is why I don't like. Although his hair is different now. Hold on, fuck. Let me find. No, never mind. Don't even look at that. Hold on.
Okay.
Oh fuck, his hair was never that crazy. I don't know why, but when I look at you in these pictures, you remind me of the guy in this video. Like you look just like him.
Oh, 1 second. Excuse me. Who do I need? Do I need to fast forward in this shit?
No, just look at the dude, the guy with the big guy sitting there. That's who you remind me of when you're in this picture. But you shouldn't. You're much cooler than this guy, okay?
Steven, that
Yo.
means a lot.
Jared! Is the stream not on?
It is on.
No. Oh.
Dude, I don't see this shit, man.
Oh, this guy. You know what? You've told me this before. Is this the crazy, like,
Is this
unboxing
really?
dude?
Okay, then why haven't you changed any of this? If I've said all these things before to you, what the fuck?
Because I feel if I alter my life based on the recommendations of others, then I have lost who I truly am. Something like that. Hold on 1 second. What?
Well,
Fuck!
Why do I hear an echo of myself? Do you have the stream on in the background again, Lycan? God damn it.
God damn it, Lycan.
There's no echo.
I clearly hear myself in the background, unless you have another person that sounds just like me that's having a very similar conversation with somebody that sounds just like you in the background. I think it was an
Pretty
echo.
terrible.
All right. Anyway,
Where's Jeff at? Is he not able to make the new time?
so Jeff is, he said he had to do something when we were on the show last week. I can't remember what it was, but he messaged me at the beginning of the week and said he wouldn't be here. Maybe he's going to surprise us, though, and he'll be at Home Story Cup.
Uh-oh.
Who knows? So anyway, while we're getting everything finalized, Nate, how you been?
I've been great, man. It's been great. I'm really happy to be doing this. I can invade FOB bases while we're chatting and continue to ignore everything you say as usual. But life's been great, dude.
Wait.
Have they done any big Have they done any big updates to that?
There's supposed to be one this month. Well, there's going to be one this month. They haven't changed too much, but they're finally making it like actual where you can put where each thing is, so it's not like a set, like really easy to avoid shit. Like you can place the cameras, the mines, and everything wherever you want. So
Wait, what are you talking about?
FOB invasions or Metal Gear Solid 5.
you basically like build up a giant fucking base in Metal Gear that you like kind of raid other people to get materials and shit. And
It's called
you
a
use it.
FOB.
It's like the only way. Yeah, it's called a FOB. So the only way to get the best items in the game is to level up your FOB as well, because having max level on your normal base doesn't give you enough to.
Come on, like
yeah,
a FOB is
actually
forward
go well.
operating base. I thought you were in the military.
That's why. Well, yeah, but you don't say FOB. That's why I'm like, it's FOB, not FOB.
Okay, well, we're not all
I don't
hardened military warriors, okay? We
Yeah,
have
I
to
went
say
to
the
college.
acronyms
I went
sometimes.
to college, and
all
there
right?
were a bunch of racists there, and they said FOB was a bad word.
Wait,
so
Lycan, do you say ROTC or do you say ROTC?
ROTC.
Oh, you're so disgusting. Wow.
ROTC Nazi. Yes. Anyway. Steven, how have you been?
I've been great, man. I've been playing lots of StarCraft. I'm getting relatively in shape. I'm ready to fucking play Huck tonight in a
Yo,
tournament. I'm gonna crush this
I
fucking
gotta
face.
ask, Steven, you have your priority set to U.S. Central or East?
Probably Central, because that's where I live. That's what I would imagine it would be set to,
I don't.
right?
It's just really weird. Like that system is so fucked, honestly.
Oh, because you're having hard times getting games with me or whatever?
Well, it's like it's not like I tried to snipe you, but I noticed
it's
like
okay, I
you and I would be
understand.
playing. You and I would be playing
Mhm.
a lot at the same time, and I noticed that there's some people that I never play anymore that I know live on the East Coast. Like I don't randomly hit you anymore. I don't randomly hit Puck or like
Oh
there's like
yeah,
a
yeah,
lot of
yeah, fuck,
people.
yeah, yeah. No,
I
yeah, and
always
I watch
play
your stream.
versus the
I watch your
same.
stream a lot. They've gotten a little bit more stringent on like the MMR, so shitters can't just play against like well-known people anymore. So that's probably where you're running into a lot of issues.
Thank you, Steven. That was
I'm just kidding.
great,
I
great,
love you.
great meme, Steven. But
I'm just
yeah,
sorry.
it's actually like I think it's going to be a real problem. The only reason why I can't, because I would like to use best match. I wouldn't mind playing with like US East ping, but the
Mhm.
problem is if you have it set to best match, you can get put versus Brazilians or Australians that have their servers only on theirs, and then you just get fucked. You get like 200 ping playing NA.
Well,
It's
and
like I
that's like
tried
my life
playing.
normally is. Wow.
Yeah, well,
No, yeah, I
it's
know what you mean.
terrible.
Yeah, no. Hopefully they can like. We should probably. This is like really good feedback for the people, right? Are you like on that email list, or do you talk to Sion or whatever? Because this is probably good shit that they would like to hear.
It's something that I've been talking about.
Okay, yeah, yeah. And it should get fixed, I imagine. Because that's probably the algorithms in place. You just have to tweak it or whatever. I imagine, like the sensitivity or whatever for
Yeah.
what they match you with.
I just never want to have to deal with playing 200 ping on my own server. It's just fucking stupid. That's all.
Yeah, I know how you feel.
Yeah,
Try making op shots in like 800 ping. It's possible, mate.
I know, right?
I'm just kidding. Why would you buy the op when you could buy it for $850? Have you played any CS:GO, Licken?
Yeah.
Have you gotten on the R8 meme train?
Wait. All right, so I
Great.
haven't played in about a month and a half. So there's
Oh,
something
you're
new.
missing the meme. You got to get on before they patch it, because this is
Oh,
going to be
This guy
patched.
is a nuke.
Because it's
Oh,
He's
getting
got a nuke.
The fucking are we talking about the pistol that they added?
the revolver.
Mm.
Okay, this is quite the memes. Listen, this is like nothing you'll ever see in the rest of your CS:GO life. Okay, you have to try it.
Okay.
It's amazing. Okay.
All right. I've heard about it. It's being overpowered. I listened to Thorne's video about it, so I guess I'll have to log in and check that shit
I think
out.
ESEA banned it from the next tournament. They said that like if Valve doesn't patch it, then they're just gonna have it like disbarred. Like you're not allowed to use it. It's like that. It's really. It's
That
like
bad?
They can disable it in server settings.
it's
They're
the
removing it.
dumbest gun that I've ever seen. Like people
It's
are
so
saying that
sick.
it's like dumber. It's like it's pretty funny. Have you ever like played the Metal Gear Solid games? You've ever wanted to be Revolver Ocelot? Like this is your chance to do it. Like it's 100% accuracy while moving, and it one shots to the body.
What
One
the-
shot body shot. One shot body shot. Okay. Like there are videos online of like a guy waiting in a hallway with an M4, and a guy runs in and he shoots him in the head with the M4, and then the guy body shots him with the revolver, and obviously the revolver wins. It's like
All right, I gotta get in and tear
you
shit
have
up.
to.
Great.
No, it's like
You gotta
it's
do it
quite the
before they
memes.
patch it.
All right.
It's very memes, okay? Very memes. High memes.
What was
All
that?
right.
What was that like play we made on? We were retaking on. I can't remember. It was Inferno. I was like retaking the site, the B site from CT spawn, and the guy had an op. I just peeked out the second and shot him right in the chest from across the map and just insta fucking wrecked him while moving. It's so great, man.
It's really dumb. You got it. You should try it. Like you're missing out. Like there's a part of your life you'll never be. It's like a child's first birthday or whatever. Like you'll never get to experience
Yeah.
this again.
All right. Well, after the show, I'll try it out.
Okay.
Once they nerf it, Counter Strike will be boring again and require skill to win games.
All right. Let's. All right. We've done a little bit of introductions and all that stuff. Actually, let's go ahead and play the intro just because I want to play it and it'll help me divide the video. So, intro going now.
Cool story. So dirty.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to the late game, episode 50. It's been a little bit over a year. We are finally at episode number 50, and I'm here with two amazing people. My co-host, Stephen Bonnell, Jr. the 5th, and Nathanius. How you guys doing?
We're great, man.
Awesome.
I found a guy that has a nuke on his platform, so I'm hoping I can steal it. That'd be really awesome.
Are you playing Fallout, or?
Metal
No,
Gear.
it's Metal Gear
Solid
Solid
5, dude.
5. Fuck.
Dude, never played Metal Gear.
You have no passion at all?
No, my passion's all invested in one game. I don't touch any other game.
Oh.
That's totally
Wow.
bullshit, man. I wish Overwatch was still here.
Wait, why did they close the beta?
Yeah, for until January. They're making
Yeah,
some
man.
updates and changes.
What are they like charging you for beta access? No, I'm just kidding.
That's the new meme.
Oh, fucking memes. All right. So we got a hell of a show for you guys today. And by hell of a show, I just mean we got two awesome people, myself. And we're going to be talking about StarCraft. We'll discuss balance, community feedback, Nation Wars, Home Story Cup, WCS 2016, and the Lycan League coming back.
Oh my god, we brought Nathanius here for the balance discussion? Are you
Oh,
serious?
dude, like
You
when
fucking what, mate?
when Nathanius said we're going to fucking he's going to come on the show, I said to myself, balance must be the primary topic of the evening. I believe
What are you trying to imply here? Hey, what's with these memes?
that's.
These don't seem like very nice memes.
Oh, let's get the dankness rolling. Balance, but no. In all seriousness, balance. It's a legitimate discussion. While I think that Nathanius has dove into some of the most hidden, deepest salt mines that StarCraft can offer, I feel that he has emerged with actually a few nuggets of salt gold that are legitimate.
To be fair, I mean most of it's just like rage type bullshit.
I
mean,
agree. No, I'm just
my
giving you
opinions
shit.
are not reflected by the things that I say while I'm actually playing
I
the
know.
game. That would be
I
dumb.
know.
Wait, you mean the things that you say immediately after losing a game aren't like 100% indicative of your actual views on balance? No way, you should listen to my stream chat sometimes. People seem to have a really fucking hard time understanding that sometimes.
Well, so I think that one of the biggest issues right now is the feeling of Zerg being extremely overpowered. And so while we don't have a Protoss to talk about, their side of the story, we can definitely get an idea of Zerg perspective of playing against Protoss. And then we can talk about, a little more heavy in the TVZ. So Nate, why don't you kick off the conversation? I guess, give us an idea of your feelings against the TVZ matchup.
Oh shit. TVZ. To be honest, it's funny that you mentioned that because like right now I have like that opposite feeling of the balance wine where you lose because I actually just shit on a guy with Liberator Ghost, and I think that might actually be pretty broken. But
how hard is it to get to Ghost though?
What? Not hard at all, mate. You can do that shit on 2 base.
All you need to do is not like basically have your it's like when you're trying to fight someone, right? If they play by the rules, they don't cheese you or whatever, like Idris style, then I think you're okay. But if they like roach ravager you and just like break your kneecaps, then you have a really hard time because they can just like go up to tier 3 or whatever. But I think that I personally find that early aggression harder to deal with. But now that I started building like Ghosts and Liberators, it's usually just map dependent. Like Dusk Towers, I really like versus Zerg, but playing on like Prion Terraces, I have absolutely no idea what you're supposed to do. But that's why you should veto it.
Destiny, how are you doing against Terran?
I don't know. I feel like I'm doing pretty good. It feels like it comes in spurts where Terrans are like a little bit clueless for a while, and then they kind of figure out like some new shit, and we just kind of go back and forth like that for a while. Right now, I feel okay against Terran.
What's your usual opener?
I do Muta into Ravager.
Who are you gonna say, Nate?
Oh, I was just gonna say I feel pretty comfortable versus Zerg at the moment.
Okay, well that's good. Then there seems to be no, there isn't like a lot of disagreement in the feelings about the meta. So perhaps we can have a good discussion just about what works for you.
I find it strange that there were a lot of straight up buffs to late game Zerg, like not like upgrades, but just straight out like this unit that used to be this way is now just better. Unequivocally now. Like I think it happened with adrenal glands, I think on cracklings. I think the ultra armor upgrade, like that kind of stuff is a little bit strange.
It's hard not to sound biased talking about that stuff, but it's less biased and more like I'm actually just kind of jealous that like a lot of different random stuff like Broodlords have longer range. I don't really give a shit about Neural Parasite because I play Terran, but
wait, Broodlords got longer range? Is that actually true?
They can fire from like 11 range. It was like 9. Used to be 9, dude. Now it's 11.
Holy shit! Oh well, now they're even danker than before.
Yeah,
oh well, that's awesome.
So,
okay.
All right. Tell me, sorry, I'm getting interrupted by Destiny. Damn it. Lost the train of thought. Oh, okay. Talk to me about Ultras, Nate. Like, how do you deal with them if you don't get to the Ghost composition?
If you don't get to Ghosts?
Yeah.
Will you pray that your opponent is dumb enough to build Ultras and maybe build no, like, Corruptors at all, so you can just kill them with Liberators? I don't know. Because there's a lot of people that say like Liberators are broken, but like people who spread their Corruptors, it's actually, especially if you don't upgrade your Liberators, which you can pretty easily forget to do because of the 2 base armor that Corruptors have. I think like Corruptors just to back up your Ultras against Liberators makes it really hard to beat. You need Ghosts. I don't think that army is unstoppable. Because the game I just won, the guy pushed me with like 10 Ultralisks, maybe 6 Broodlords, and like 8 Corruptors. And I just basically just held down my snipe key and just I actually melted the guy's entire army. So Like it's really just about like a composition thing. But
And you
I
can't
also think I don't know.
you can't rapid fire snipe anymore, right? So you still have to like click,
Yeah,
click,
you
click, click.
can.
You
No,
can't?
no, no, dude. You can rapid. You can literally rapid fire any ability in the game.
Wait, doesn't snipe have like that charge time?
Yeah, yeah. But the idea is that you queue 20 snipes at once, and as
But it
long
still
as
has to charge between each shot, no?
yeah, but the idea is that all 19 of your ghosts are gonna snipe simultaneously. So
Oh, sure.
What's the
like the point is you kill everything really fast with your first wave. Like you need to have a lot of ghosts though. I think if you try to play with like less than 10 ghosts, like you're pretty fucked.
and you're just targeting the ultralisks with the snipes?
Yeah, I mean if you misclick on a ling or something, then you pretty much lose the game, right? So
Yeah. So what is the just for my own edification, what is the uh, hotkey setup? Like how do you make it so that you can rapid fire the snipe?
So there's two ways to do it. Some Korean pro gamers actually bind every single ability to also act as like there's a command if you go to hotkeys under global that's select target and that's normally your left click because you know like okay cast ability left click on something. But you can set an alt key to that. So I have it set to R for example,
Mm-hmm.
and I have every single targetable ability in the game that I use set to R as well. So I just hold down R if I want to spam out snipe, for example. And
Okay.
it'll only so like it won't, and it just works on that, you know. And you could set it. You could set that to anything else as well. So.
So like Shift R, like you select
Yeah,
your ghost
yeah.
then Shift R.
No, no, no. You just hold down R.
Okay.
You don't want to shift because shift commanding fucks
It's
with
right.
the AI a lot.
That's
yeah,
right.
you just spam. You just hold it down and drag your mouse over the ultras and they all die.
Okay. Let's try that. Steven,
Yeah.
have you been using ultras a lot against Terran?
Yeah, they're a good unit.
How
in,
do
like
you?
every single matchup.
Is it the same way that you've been trying to get? You go Muta into what was it?
Muta against Terran, I got Muta into Ravager.
Okay, and then when do you try to start transitioning into ultras? Is it just based off how you've done in the game, like amount of economic damage, where they are in the game?
It's pretty much just like a natural your late game. As soon as you start to hit the late game, you throw down an Ultra Den, and then you kind of everything just kind of moves along like pretty naturally. There's not like a definitive moment in time where it's like, okay, now it's time to start making Ultralisks. I don't think.
Nate, how do you scout for Ultralist Den? One of the things I found is that it seems to be always put in some random spot, so it's not an easy,
I don't think it's not like a thing you scout. Like it's just like after I think Nate would probably good. It's like after a while. Yeah, no, it's just like after a while. Like if you haven't fought for a while and you're both on like Hive Tech and you got like your 3/3 ups and everything, like Ultras are coming. Like
Okay.
Yeah, it's basically like the Zerg's kind of like the Zerg is actually just stupid if they play Lair Tech versus you, like because your maxed out bio army especially once you get Liberators and Ghosts will shit on any army that Zerg can make off Lair. Like Snipe is actually phenomenal versus Lurkers. It's actually one shots Ravagers. Like if you can get into these like kind of like those movements where you're moving back and forth, like Snipe is really really good. So if the Zerg player wants to sit on Lair, that's fine. But it's just assumed that if they're not doing some mega all in, they're just building as little as they can while going to Hive and expanding, and that's pretty much it.
Okay. Let's now transition into TVT. Nate, why don't you talk about the matchup, how you've been doing, what you've been seeing?
I don't know, man. It's crazy. I feel like a lot of stuff, as far as even like TVZ, I feel like everything is gonna get thrown out the window once we finally see like top tier Koreans playing each other in like the GSL qualifiers or whatever, if we even get to see any of those games. But I mean, if you leave any little spot open, you're gonna get tank all. They could just pick up the whole army and drop. Sensor towers are like the most valuable unit. I think air superiority is probably the most underrated thing. I still play a lot of people that, or I see a lot of people even in like broadcasted matches that build like like a lot of medevacs. And I actually think I think if you just build a lot of Vikings, you don't even need as many because once you win the air battle, you can use Liberators to like mop up most defensive positions. But I don't know. It's crazy.
Wasn't that the meta in the end of Heart of the Swarm? Wasn't mass Viking, like high Viking count with bio, a big thing?
Yeah, I think because of the Doom drops. I think it's still going to be a thing, even more so because you can move siege tanks with medevacs.
Mhm.
Like if you're playing versus someone and you both have like 8 medevacs and he catches you out of position with his shit, like you're going to lose. Even if you have a sensor tower, you need to have a lot of Vikings, or you build 20 missile turrets as well. But that's obviously not ideal because that could be 40 Marines.
Yep. Okay. Steven, let's talk about ZVZ. Is the early game still just ling bling kind of BS?
Not. It seems to have settled out a lot. ZVZ is like really, really, really good right now. I think it's like super varied. There's like different viable unit comps at different points in the game. Like I don't know. I feel like ZVZ got a million times better
All right.
in my opinion.
I think the lurker had a lot to do with that too. You kind of changed up the mid game with the roach battles and that when you kind of pushed for that Hydralisk tech, and then that buffs up the DPS, the roach v roach. But now that you can go into lurkers, it gives that more positional battle than just the little bit of boxing, moving, trying to stutter step forward kind of thing.
Yeah, for sure.
Can I ask Steven, I'm actually curious about this from a commentator perspective, because the games that I saw that had lurkers in them were so much better than just roach balls slapping each other. Is this something that we're actually going to see, or at some point is it just going to still be just like mass fucking roaches? Do the Ravagers help much, or
Ravagers can help. I don't think that just going mass roaches. I don't think that's viable anymore.
Okay, 'cause I fucking hate that shit. Casting that was a goddamn nightmare. It's like, well, he's got 40 roaches versus 40 roaches. Oh wait, there's one upgrade difference. GG. So,
Yep.
yeah, that killed my soul.
So that was talking about the mirror matchups. I know that there really isn't a lot of balanced discussion. We were more talking design there. But Steven, let's go to you and let's talk about, you just actually got done playing a PVZ. Talk to me about the matchup and how you're feeling against Protoss, and let's start off with what kills you when you play Protoss.
I don't know. It's really hard to say, and I think it's probably feels some way. It's hard to say anything about Protoss because you encounter so few of them on ladder. By and large, the most practice I get is versus Zerg. For a while, well, not for a while. I mean, I guess I have trouble against like the all-ins, like the adept-oriented all-ins seem to be like very strong. For late game stuff, I don't know. It's like so rare that I actually get to play them in late game scenarios. It's hard to say.
Okay.
Just because it seems like there are very few Protosses on the ladder.
How has your approach to Protoss been? Are you varying it up, or is it the same build every time?
I've been trying Ling Infestor. The Infestor got a ninja buff, I guess, to the range of the shit, which is
the leash range on that is really sick. Like you can move units away really, really far from the Infestor as well.
Yeah. It's supposed to be longer than the actual hook, I think.
I don't know. It feels like it's like siege tank range. Like it's pretty sick. Just from the screenshots I've seen, like of how far away units are when they're knurled.
Sure.
I'm glad they buffed it because the unit was shit.
So it wasn't fucking worthless. Yeah, for sure.
Okay. Talk to me about why you go Ling and Infestor. What composition, or what are you going for with that composition?
Because disruptors will annihilate the fuck out of like missile attack units. Like Roach Hydra get raped so fucking hard by disruptor. Like 3 disruptors can destroy like an entire fucking army. So it's like not even worth. It's not even worth it.
Okay. And so I assume it's fungal to hold stalkers or whatever the hell it is in place, and Lings to wrap and kill shit. Cool. All right. Let's talk about TVP, Nathan. Do you feel how do you feel about balancing that? Do you think it favors one or the other?
It's definitely Terran favored. I think Terran versus Protoss is really easy. Like the only thing that I've encountered I beat the number 3 GM like pretty handily, Hitman. I actually beat him.
That guy. None of that even matters. His games
anyway, my
point is
shitter. My point is, I'm not that great, so I don't really lose TVP. I think if you just sit on 3 bases, get ghosts and liberators, and really slowly take a 4th, like there's really not many armies that Protoss can make to beat you. And as long as you're paying attention, and because some guys have like done these like weird like Tempest Rush transitions to try to catch you off guard, but as long as you don't get blindsided by that, like EMP will wreck Adepts and it also wrecks Immortals. It helps chew through all that shit. And then the ghosts also kill Adepts, and then Liberators honestly just fucking annihilate everything. So I think the biggest strength Protoss has right now is probably the only thing I've actually had trouble dealing with are people who are really good with Disruptor drops or Warp Prism play in general. Because the only reason why I play such a passive TVP is because I feel like it's the only way I can lose is to Warp Prism harass, which is really it's fucking strong, man. When someone drops a Disruptor in front of your face and there's like very little you can do. Also really frustrating is that the way the AI for units right now works is that like Disruptor's energy shot is like a unit. So your bio, if you don't have it on hold position, will actually gravitate towards it even if you split it. So
Yeah, I was seeing
Yeah.
a complaint about that. Yeah,
It's
yeah, yeah.
really stupid. It's really stupid because I'll be like, why did I lose like 8 Marines? They were all spread out, and it's like I look at the replay and it's like they'll just like walk towards it once it comes near them. I'm like, that's why the fuck would that even be a thing? But yeah, that's like the biggest. I don't know. I think Protoss in general, like most Protoss like try to all in me. Like I do the build TY did, and Beyond does it as well. Like I really like the open Reaper, and but instead of going for a reactor after it, you just get your factory faster, and then you get your reactor, and you just rush out like one Cyclone into 1 or 2 tanks, and it will annihilate pretty much any all-in you're gonna see. Maybe one base stuff will beat it, but that's why you should SCV scout and just do something else to try not to die. Um, but yeah, I think that Protoss is having a bit of a rough time, mostly because maybe it just take a while before people get good with disruptors. But those are like the only unit that really scares me in large numbers.
And because in general, Protoss are fucking retarded.
Well, you know they've had it so easy for so long, right? So
I think the what I've been doing, I haven't tried the tanks against Protoss. What I've been doing is the Reaper Scout, and then I go right into a reactor barracks to pump out Marines and get one Cyclone, and I have the Cyclone patrolling wherever the usual Warp Prism spot is, and then I just go into 3 racks bio after that. I haven't tried the tanks though. What is the tank good against?
well, the tank is just designed to help you not die to like the like a weird like 2-base gateway aggression pylon rush shit. I like the tank because you don't have stim very fast, so it's really the only counter that you're gonna have to a 2-base gateway push, which a lot of Protoss will do. Like as bad as tanks are in general, that splash is still really nice because the depths are so small and they clump up a lot, and in general they're not going to be near your units, so the splash doesn't hurt you like they would if they were zealots. So that's just my 2 cents on it. I don't think it's really necessary if your opponent does anything like greedy. The only really good build I think Protoss has is actually just being like stupidly greedy, because I think the meta is going to shift towards just not dying to warp prisms. So as long as you don't die to warp prism, you kind of just usually win. So I think Protoss should take advantage of pylon overcharge, which I do really hate. Being aggressive versus Protoss just doesn't seem smart at all. Like it's just so much easier to play turtly.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Agreed.
I really don't like. I think that Terran and Zerg are in a really interesting place. PvP seems to be good from what I've heard, but I don't know. I feel like the PvX matchups. I feel like Protoss got even worse this patch. Like more kind of like gimmicky in the defensive shit. Like can we all agree that like Mothership Core was a really disgusting band-aid in Heart of the Swarm?
Yes.
Like
Yeah.
they
I do
can't
think it's
defend.
better. I think it's better now.
You think the pylon shit is better than the Nexus shit? I think the pylon shit is really fucking stupid.
It's stupid in certain cases, but I feel like it really helps with the Protoss argument of we have a hard time taking extra bases. Like
Yeah,
think
but that's what I'm saying. I'm not saying I'm not talking about whether or not it's like strong or bad or necessary or unnecessary.
Yeah, it's a
Obviously
band-aid. It's
necessary.
a band-aid
Yeah, but what
for
I'm saying is like it's a shitty band. Like instead of having like good units that are versatile enough to defend bases, well, what if
Yeah.
every pylon you make can turn into a giant fucking 30 damage?
And it's
like,
what? Only 25 energy? They haven't
Yeah,
buffed
you
it.
never run it. It might as well be 0 energy. It's essentially free.
I'll be real, man. I have no problem with an adept buff if you can only put 2 of them into a warp prism, man. Just give them the Hellbat treatment. Give Protoss a decent unit and prevent the warp prism shit from being so stupid, and I think that's totally fine. No objections, Your Honor.
There we go. I don't like the yeah, I'm sorry. I don't like the pylon thing. Like at first it was kind of cool, but there are certain times where I feel I should be able to engage, and Mothership Core lights up 5 pylons at once, and then I can't.
It is nice though, because there are some builds that can abuse it. Beyond's been doing like a little like really fast marine drop, just because you basically just try to attack where pylons aren't. But I also think that it opens up the playbook.
Attack
for,
where
like,
pylons aren't.
well, you know, the thing about it is you don't have that 13 range, right? And it doesn't last forever. So I've had a good amount of success like early on, like fucking around with things like Banshee Harass and like a 1/1/1 type all-ins as well, which are much better since the pylon can't outrange your tanks anymore.
Yep.
But that doesn't, I mean, I don't know that that makes it like the greatest thing ever, but it is nice that there's different ways you can kind of harass Protoss because of how long it lasts.
Yeah, so overall, yeah, I guess I agree that Terran is a little favored, but I don't like how I feel like back when you first start playing StarCraft, or when I did anyway, Protoss was the race that made me really scared to move out, and I never wanted to go anywhere. And I always felt that you know, beginning of 2014 is when I started to like rise up the ladder, and I started seeing more well executed blink all-ins, and it made me feel that I always had to be defensive, and then the oracles and all that stuff. So I feel like I'm still in that position where I can't, especially now, like there's no 3 racks stim timing or anything like that. You can't go out and be too aggressive or you're going to get fucking destroyed.
Yeah, that's the funniest thing is like honestly it feels like TVP switched. Like now Protoss is the race that needs to kill Terran before they get Liberator Ghost, and Terran's the race that just turtles, and once you get Liberator Ghost, you usually just win. Like that's how it feels for me. Like I feel like Terran has taken over Protos's role in that matchup, and Protoss, I think the all of the weight of the match is on Protoss to win before the Terran like basically maxes out with Liberators, especially upgraded Liberators, because then like Blink Stalkers, there's like nothing that you're going to be able to do versus like 8 Liberators that have the range upgrade with a full Bioforce underneath.
Yeah. I have a question that I'm asking this for my own benefit, 100%. I'm seeing a lot of people do, they'll turtle on a couple bases as Protoss, and they'll pump out just Colossus, right? So if I see someone with like a mass amount of Colossi, do I want to siege my Liberators, or do I want to use them for their splash damage?
I think sieging the Liberators is better, just to kill everything. Because the thing that people still haven't really seemed to grasp is like, so in Heart of the Swarm, a fully upgraded Colossus would actually like 2 or almost 1 shot a Stim Marine if it had any other damage on it. But and that was like 17 or 18 damage per swipe, and it was two swipes per attack. So like it attacks twice. But now the Colossus does like 12 or 13 damage. It's like 13, I think, base. So a +2 Colossus does the same amount of damage as an unupgraded Colossus from Heart of the Swarm. So like that unit actually sucks now. Like in a large number, I guess, but like it's still just spread out and kill them, and the Liberators will still shoot whatever's coming at your army. I don't know.
Another thing you have to consider is the Liberator shots aren't actually that good against like a single unit.
Yeah,
in siege mode, it's like insane.
Colossi don't clump, so
yeah. You're never gonna like splash on a bunch of Colossi.
Yeah, exactly. You're not gonna splash Colossi, so.
Whereas Liberator damage is like what, like I know 2 shots Queens. I don't know how much damage it actually does. It's an absurd amount.
It's 75 or it's like 85, I think. Yeah.
Okay. Well, I think that's going to wrap up the balance talk while we transition to the next topic, which is going to be, drumroll please, I think it's going to be the weekly update, actually, from the dev team. Indeed it is, community feedback. So while we go into that, did you guys see the post, damage control? They're going to patch the R8.
Oh, wait,
what's the global offensive?
Yeah, I'm
like,
like,
it's a StarCraft show. Where's your passion?
Passion's there, but you know, it was a topic at the beginning.
Oh shit! 44 minutes ago, boys.
I was gonna say, didn't we just circle jerk you for your dedication to one game?
Yeah. Hey,
right.
you know, you need to quit circle jerking me. I told you I brought you on here to give you that reach around for circle jerking me on your stream. You know, it's gonna get awkward if we keep doing this. And
I always want to know. I want to talk to the guy. I want to just see the guy who said like $850,
okay.
1 shot kill to the body. Yeah, let's go ahead and push this to the fucking server. Like who? I want to know who said it.
That's a funny thought. Like some guy actually signed off on that. He's like, this is okay.
Like, here's a list of all the guns in the game that will do like 1 shot kill to the body from like medium range. The op. It's the only gun in the entire game that'll do it. And it costs $47.50 and it's scoped and you move slow as fuck and the reload time is a lot of fucking time and like and it's not good close range. You can't fucking op close range. You know scope and good lucky. And it shines long range, right? Okay, and then you have the R8 that's great close range. You can fucking spam the fuck out of the right click. Medium range, it's accurate while moving. Reloads quickly, fires quickly. And it does good in long range, and it 1-shot kills to the body. Like, that's unbelievable. That's unbelievable. I can't imagine anybody that could have okayed that. Like, it's actually unbelievable. It doesn't, there's no way. Like, it's like...
It's pretty insane. Someone somewhere actually said this is okay, put it in the game.
Yeah.
What a thought.
So this gun, so like what does it excel at? Well, it's probably the best like close range gun in the game almost. Oh, because it 1-shots body shot. What about medium range? Well, yeah, it's probably the best gun in the game medium range. Like a little bit exaggerated, but still 1-shot body shot. What about long range? The op is a little bit better, but it costs $4,000 more or $3,900 more, and it's slow as fuck, and it can't be used close and medium range. Like I don't know. That was unbelievable to me.
How much was
I
it?
don't. I don't
Or is
understand
it?
why you don't think that's okay.
How much? What'd you say?
How much is the revolver?
Only 850. You buy it every round. There's no such thing as an eco run. Like, oh fuck, we just lose 2 rounds. Oh, well, time to fucking R8 it up.
Everybody pull out your revolvers. And then you win. That's the best part. Like, it's so sick. There were a lot of, even just that one game we played yesterday, Steven, was just so fucking ridiculous.
There were like so many memes. Yeah, like it was pretty stupid.
Yeah.
So I will say this, like, having not played against it, I'm obviously just logically it's fucking retarded, but the idea of it being a revolver and with it the accuracy, it's more just about the fastest shot getting the kill. I don't know. I think that's kind of cool. But again, it's stupid.
It is kind of cool, but not for
Conceptual.
CS:GO. Not for CS:GO. This is Counter-Strike. This game is like fairly carefully balanced around the cost of all the guns and the capability of all the guns. There is no gun in Counter-Strike that rules multiple domains of close range, long range, medium range. It doesn't work that way. And the cost of the gun is also a very important part of the gun as well, right? There's a reason why people use AKs instead of running around with the SG all the time. Like there are all these different factors that go into it. So to just put something down for $850 that is the king of close, medium, and a long range and has a fast reload, like it's mind-boggling, and has 2 fire modes. I think, is this the only gun in the game that has 2 fire modes? Have they ever done anything like that?
No, there are a couple. There are a couple pistols that have 2 fire modes. The Glock, I think.
No, I mean like the left click, right click thing.
The fact that it can fire 2 different ways without having to make any changes. Yeah.
Oh wait, is like the right click like the whole smack the back of the gun and make it rapid fire? Or...
Yeah.
No, yeah, pretty
So
much.
if somebody is like kind of close to you, then you just start spamming that right click and you fucking play the lottery and you hope that you already get that fucking shot out. Does anybody have a link to the WebM with the guy getting like the ace on I think it was Inferno? Like 4 or 5 people come out and he like just fucking fires twice and kills all of them. Oh, wait, this gun kills multiple people. If there's 3 people standing in a row, all with armor, all with 100% armor, and you fire a shot to their bodies, it will kill all 3 of them.
All right, wait. Let's think logically. Maybe this was a fucking mistake. Like, maybe this was...
No, it was confirmed to be a mistake. The damage was actually supposed to be higher, but they implemented it incorrectly because somebody was going through the files for the gun it was based on. So the gun was actually supposed to be, like, several points of damage higher. No, like, it's actually, like, it's that stupid. Like, it's unbelievable.
Holy shit.
Yeah, no, it's like, it's crazy.
Oh, God.
I'm just upset that they didn't implement it the way that it was supposed to be so that we could have had more memes.
More memes. All right, guys, I'm going to link this to you.
Oh, here it is. Here. Like, just watch this. This is the memes, dude.
All right, I'm going to transition the scene so we get... I can't...
I only got 1 S soldier for that. It's fucking stupid.
That's a pretty cool gun.
Yeah, pretty good gun.
I like how there's a rail system on it.
I don't understand. It's just for looks, I guess, on the top. Yeah, I don't know.
Hey, man, you need to be able to mount a scope onto that shit so that it can actually replace top.
Fucking tactical as fuck, man.
Yep. Get the grenade launcher under barrel as well. I think that happens when you prestige 5 times.
Yep. Yeah.
That's it, though?
All right, so let's go ahead and talk about these changes, guys. I linked it in Skype chat.
We're talking about StarCraft again.
Yeah, we're back to StarCraft. Passion, engage. And we're off. All right, APM changed to real time. I don't think there's really much to discuss. That's a good thing for people who like to compare their APM penis. Co-op mission game speed. Yeah.
Oh, and they nerfed all the rifles. The AK's accuracy. Oh, sorry. Yeah, go ahead. Well, because a lot of people, this is like super conspiratorial, but a lot of people were saying the only reason why they pushed these ridiculous changes or why they pushed the R8 out of the server was to hide all of the rifle nerfs. And there are a lot of people that are super pissed that spend their whole fucking life getting accurate with the AK, and now all of the spray patterns and everything have become like more inaccurate and shit. And it's like, yeah. Sorry,
I think that's stupid. I
guess the rifle changes. The rifle, in my opinion.
No, the rifle changes are stupid. I think.
Yeah. Yeah, like in my opinion, I don't follow CSGO as closely as other people, but in my opinion, the rifle changes alone probably would have caused almost as much outrage as the R8. It seems silly to say that because the R8 is so ridiculous, but I really do believe that if these rifle changes were pushed without the R8 being in there, I think that there would have been not quite as much, but almost as much outcry over the rifle changes. But since the R8 was put in, it's so absurd that like people don't talk about it as much. But sorry,
you think that developer man didn't know what he was doing? He he cucked everybody. He's just like, hey guys, look at this really broken gun. You know, hi. And there you gotta get rid of it.
No.
All right, so let's talk about mission game speed for co-op. They said, thank you for your suggestion regarding co-op mission game speed on Brutal. Our co-op missions team is currently looking to change the speed so that if both players are playing on Brutal difficulty, the game speed will be on faster. It's not really a huge impactful change.
This just makes sense, though. I realized something. You can actually, because I actually play a good amount of the co-op, because I actually do enjoy it. If you queue up and just randomly search with someone else, you can actually get teamed up with somebody who has it on a different difficulty.
Huh.
You can get mad. I played a game today, and I noticed, or yesterday, and I noticed when I moused over my teammate, it said like his name, and then it said hard difficulty, and I was like, and I asked him what mode he selected, and he was like, oh yeah, I play hard mode, and I was like, well that's just stupid because I'm on brutal, so yeah, hopefully, I don't know, that's kind of
crazy.
I guess that's how you keep people from having long queue times, but I would that shit needs to be on faster because it's just so slow. It's really unbearable.
Oh, did they already nerf the? Oh, I'm sorry, I'm doing it now. But it looks like it already went through, and I don't get to play it.
No, we don't get to play anymore tonight. Fuck. Right, sorry. Did they already nerf it?
That's what someone's saying in the chat.
All right, stay focused.
Yeah,
maybe it's just they're going to nerf, but I don't know. We'll find out. Anyway, let's talk about disruptors in PvP. Nathan, we're going to throw this to you because you've done the most, commentating out of all of us, obviously. The feedback has been that it's exciting. Do you agree that the disruptor has been a good addition to PvP?
It's funny because I actually talked to a few pro gamers about it at DreamHack, including Parting, who asked me. He's like, "Why? And I guess the players actually really hate it. At least the ones that I spoke to, because you're basically playing. It's almost like a knife fight with the micro, right? It kind of makes me think about like Ling Bane, but on a 200, 300 gas scale. But I think it's awesome. Like as a viewer, I think any viewer that watches this compared to PvP in Wings of Liberty, it was really hard to tell. It kind of reminds, like, you think about like Roach versus Roach. Like most people are so bad at the game, they can't really like understand like why someone wins a PvP fight because it just looks like a bunch of colossi, like a bunch of lasers just kind of fly everywhere and everything dies. But the disruptor kind of adds that element of like, oh shit, and that also plays into a lot of the other changes that it's been obvious Blizzard was trying to make with Legacy of the Void, which was just have like a more exciting spectating game. So it kind of sucks player-wise, because it's ridiculous. Like, I mean, even as a Terran, like playing versus disruptors is like, okay, yeah, it's even like you can just lose everything kind of instantly. But I like it.
So like this is like the eternal struggle of a developer of anything, right? So there's like multiple aspects that you have to take into account. You have players' desire for a stable game, but coupled with audience expectation for exciting games. So by definition, an exciting game, a game that's very exciting, is almost always going to be a game that a professional doesn't want to happen. I guess to further elaborate, so if you're a professional, like going in, what you would usually want is you want to be in an arena, kind of like Idra, where this is like what Idra would say. You want to go into a game where the better player wins 100% of the time. It's a raw brute force. Whoever has the better mechanics, whoever has the better strategy, they go in and they have a stable competitive strategy and a stable competitive environment where they're going to win every single time. End of discussion. And that's a really good game for players because it gives them things to practice for. They know like who's going to win, who's going to lose, and it's nice. But for the audience, it's really fucking boring. Not really boring, but that's more boring than when you start introducing factors of like RNG, right? So if you talk about something like RNG is something that's horrible for players. A better player never wants to lose to a worse player because of RNG. Players don't want to deal with like RNG as a fact of like playing games. However, RNG is insanely fucking exciting, right? If you go online and you look at like the poker like top videos, it's never like, oh, this guy, well, sometimes, but like you have the hands where it's like, oh, this guy played this dude and he played really well and he won a big pot. But a lot of them are like, look at this guy hit this 2-outer on the river. It's the biggest suck out of all time. Or like in Hearthstone, like this guy drew like the perfect perfect card that he needed to beat the guy, or like cheering for people, like hoping that they draw the right card they need at the next hand. Like that RNG is super fucking exciting. Or in StarCraft 2, cheeses are actually really fucking exciting to watch. Like if somebody's got like proxy racks or proxy gateways going on, it's like, oh fuck, is he gonna scout it? Like those are the most exciting games, but they're also like not good for player stability, you know? So there's always like this really hard balancing act of like, when you look at something like the Disruptor, is it really exciting? Yeah, anytime a player can lose their entire fucking army, like it's pretty exciting. But is it like good for players? Probably not so much. It doesn't surprise me that a player would be upset that he could lose his whole army in like 2 seconds.
Consider the Disruptor RNG?
No, it's not. It's not.
Like
no,
that
no.
Punishing.
They can't. It's not. I'm not trying to say that the Disruptor is RNG. I just use RNG as like one method of comparison.
Okay.
But anything where you can hide something, or anything where there can be like a huge swing that negates the past 30 minutes of a game, can be frustrating.
I can get that. Yeah.
Yeah, like I just played a ZVZ against a guy that was ahead of me for the entire game, and then I landed some Viper shit, and then he lost all his mutas, so it's like the past 30 minutes that we just played didn't even matter, and now I'm ahead because I got that spell up. You know, like that stuff can be really fucking exciting for an audience, but for players, it could feel kind of cheap or more punishing, or like I played everything right, I did all the right moves, I had more bases, a better army, all up through the game, and then as soon as I lost, and then this one spell hit, and now everything that I just did for the past 30 minutes is now negated. Like, what the fuck was the point of all of that? And now I lose the game. Like that kind of shit can be really frustrating for a player that feels like they played better for 9/10 of the game, but then they lost on one part, you know?
Yeah, I get what you're saying. Nate, do you have any comment before we move forward?
No, I agree. Stuff like that is always going to be frustrating for players. But yeah, I mean, they definitely wanted to make the game more exciting. It was just funny getting to hear the perspective of like Party, who pretty much said he absolutely did not like it because it just, you know, it removes that ability to just macro up a better death ball than your opponent and kill them, you know?
Sorry. All right. So
Are you though?
I am. I didn't mean to sneeze in your ears. All right. So let's talk about the Thor. Nate, what are your thoughts on the change?
Garbage unit. There's really not much they can do to fix it, to be honest. I don't know.
Wait,
I
what
don't
change?
know,
Like,
Well, the proposed change. They're
they
thinking
talked about making it better against armored air units.
what,
and
like
doing
Broodlords?
flat damage on the anti-air, making the ability AoE rather than splash. Thor's, so you can. I don't understand.
So I
There's
guess
no
like, my question
situation-
right now is like, what role does the Thor fill? Like, when do you feel like you need to build a Thor?
There's no reason to build Thors when there's Liberators in this game.
Yeah.
Like, if you get into a fight that you lose, all your Thors, like, 100% of the time die. You know, except
And
when
they're
you're
at,
like,
what is it,
you're,
fucking
casting a game,
300,
you're like,
200?
oh, he saved the Thor with his medevac, and then the medevac runs out of boost, and the mutas kill the Thor. Like nothing really happens there. So, like, honestly, I don't see any reason to build a Thor. I don't think that there is a reason to ever build a Thor. Like, maybe if you really suck versus Mutalisks and you don't have any medevacs, and I don't know why your factory doesn't have a reactor on it.
And you don't have
maybe that
Valkyries?
case.
Or I'm sorry, Liberators?
I don't know. There's no reason to build Thors. Like, the only thing that they'd have to really take a big step at changing the way that unit works. At least as a Terran player, for the cost, there's nothing. The thing is, if I lose a fight with my Liberators in comparison, like, my Liberators move really fast. They outrun everything except mutas. And, you know, if I lose a fight versus mutas and I have Liberators, I fucked up somewhere really bad. So that's, to me, the biggest thing, is you're not going to have a bunch of links surround your Liberators trying to escape, and then you lose the game because, you know, your most expensive units just died. So, like, if I don't even know what I would want from a Thor, because I don't see any role that needs to be filled right now for Terran, except for having, you know, a way to show off my E-penis because I have the collector's edition skin. That's the only thing that bothers me.
Every single time a unit needs a buff, like, you just can't find a use for it, they should just give it the battlecruiser ability so Thors can teleport around. I think that would be
that's like the battlecruiser too, because I remember hearing like worries that the battlecruiser would be like broken, and I'm like, you realize that it's still just.
So you have a worthless unit, but now you could teleport this worthless unit fucking anywhere.
It's like, well, that's really great. Thanks guys. You know. Yeah. How about you undo like that damage nerf so it can actually kill things again one day? I don't know, but yeah, it's just funny. Like, I don't know. They probably thought rebuild your Thors on the battlefield would be like make them broken. It's like, okay, man, maybe now they just take like 3 extra shots to die, but it doesn't really do much.
They need to do remember they were trying to do like Super Thor and Heart of the Swarm?
Honestly, that would be.
But you could
that would
only
be
in Heart of the
cool.
Swarm they had it for a while where you could only have one Thor, but it was
Yeah.
supposed to be really good. It was
And
like
then-
the Terran
and then-
Mothership.
Then TVT would actually become the worst matchup in the game again, where it's literally just like people Thor rushing each other. I would be so excited for that. People just fucking Thor rushing each other every goddamn game because they actually made it good. Like that would be a trip, wouldn't it?
Yep, that'd be pretty awesome.
I'd be up for that.
Thor Rush is
Honestly,
one of my favorite
Super
cheeses.
Thor. A Super Thor might be the only way to balance it properly to make it good. Like, I feel like if you do anything to make a Thor better than a Liberator, it'd be broken as fuck because Liberator's already, like, OP, right?
Really
so,
good, yeah, for what their role.
So how do you make it, how do you give it its rollback from the Liberator without either making the Liberator worthless, which makes Terran, like, unplayable, because I feel like, Liberator's OP, but we need it, without, having two super fucking good units and then Terran never loses again, right? Like, this kind of like the circle of balance we go in with Blizzard. So maybe they buff the Thor and people build it instead of Liberators, but I don't see that happening anytime soon.
How many Liberators do you try to get before the Mutaball hits you, Nate?
Oh, that doesn't. I mean, it usually doesn't matter because you're usually gonna have a bunch of Marines and turrets and shit. Like I don't use Liberators versus Mutalisks. Like if Mutalisks try to focus down the Liberator, that's why most people build. Most people I play build Corruptors to deal with Liberators. Like I barely play versus Muta players anymore, and if I do, like you just kind of kill them because your army is always underneath the Liberators. It's not like Mutas can just run up to your Liberators and kill them. That's why people build Corruptors. So from my perspective, I don't see any reason. I don't know. Like there are still people who like mass Muta type play, I guess, but I don't think about that when I'm playing. Like Liberators are good versus it, I guess, but if you have 6 Liberators, I think that's the magic number. Like if that's the answer you're looking for. Okay. Like 6 to 8 Liberators will fuck up any number of Mutas, assuming you don't get caught out on the map versus someone who knows how to magic box.
Apparently, I'm sorry, this was the last time. Apparently, the R rate was only supposed to cost 700, and they fixed the bug so that it doesn't cost 850 anymore.
Nice.
Sorry. Apparently, it always costed 700, but you needed 850 to buy it. So, but it would only take 700 away from your bank. All right, sorry. Continue. StarCraft.
Real quick, just because I don't even care. No offense, but I don't care about the question the person asked. But just thinking about the Corruptor, I actually hate that it does the caustic spray now because it is functional when it's not killing any area units. Like when I successfully avoid my Corruptor killing anything, or when the Corruptor kills, the one Banshee that was left or whatever, it's like, haha, you just wasted all that money on a fucking Corruptor. I have no more Liberators, I have no more Banshees, I don't give a shit, right? And now they can do that little, split attack, like Mutas on one base, Mutas on another base, and Corruptors pissing on my infrastructure.
No, that's good though, man.
It's good.
Even as a Terran, I like the Corruptor ability because honestly, that unit was so fucking stupid prior to that ability. Like, it's still funny when I think about it. Like, you think about like how good like Phoenix can be versus certain compositions, but then you actually can't win a game with Mass Phoenix because they can't kill. You can't finish a game unless the Terran player is like in a weird floating building situation base trade, right?
Yeah.
So this kind of makes Corruptors less stupid in that regard. Although you could always turn them into Broodlords.
Right.
But it's also.
Yeah, it's good for Zerg. It's absolutely good for Zerg. As a Terran, it's annoying because usually I used to think, oh, you built Corruptors? What a waste, But now it's good. All right, we already talked about pile and overcharge, so we're going to skip that. Carrier build time. They think they over-nerfed it. Nate, I know that in the beta, near the end, the Golden Armada was a really big, difficult thing to deal with the Protoss. There were a lot of crazy strategies. I remember watching you doing some, mass Widowmine shit trying to deal with the carriers. So what do you think about them moving the build time to a little faster? Do you think that's going to put us back in that awkward mass carrier kind of situation?
Oh, no. I don't think that's a bad idea at all. Like, the only reason why I had trouble with it was because I was trying to play Cyclone Widowmine Liberator, but they over-nerfed the Cyclone so that composition doesn't exist anymore.
Okay.
I think getting faster carriers might actually be a way to help deal with Terran. I never thought that carriers were good against any Marine-based composition to begin with, but maybe it'll help.
I felt their ability to leave their interceptors behind was really frustrating because no longer was it, oh, I'll kill your carrier. I'll run in. I'll take some loss for running in, but I'll kill your carrier and we'll stop the damage. So there's that little trade-off.
You give Protoss the power to make tactical decisions. So like the few of them that actually know how to do stuff other than just, a move will actually have a way to make a choice that allows them to win. So I don't mind that.
Okay.
I think the biggest thing for Protoss might be the carrier because from what I know, most Protoss are still whining about the lurker shit or whatever
Mhm.
too, so it might help versus Zerg. I don't know. There's no Protoss on the ladder that don't usually do 1 or 2 base all-ins anymore, so I'm not really sure what to say.
Okay. Do you feel, from a Terran perspective, that your bio army doesn't get as bulky as fast as it did in Wings or Heart of the Swarm?
Yeah, it's because the mule mines less resources now.
Okay.
That's yeah, it's just how it works.
I didn't realize it was that much
You
on
don't-
return. What is it
you
on
don't-
return?
It's so per life per mule, I think it's down to 225 versus it used to be what 275.
Yeah. Yeah, and you know what? I remember. I think it was 240. I thought, but maybe it's 275 if you do the
They
closer
tested.
patch.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong, but it does mine less. I don't think there's anything wrong with that because the Lava got nerfed, Chrono Boost got nerfed, so.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Zerg Burrow change. Steven, how do you feel about that?
The burrow change?
They're talking. I think it was.
Hold on, let me look.
Oh, that's some technical thing though, right? It's not.
I think
actually,
this
like,
is.
a real
Yeah,
change.
this is. Is it about control group, like having
It's
different burrow?
literally about being able to have a separate hotkey for burrow and unburrow. That's all.
Right.
This is just
Oh,
like some
that
weird
the separate
technical
hotkey already
thing.
exists in the game, but people just don't utilize it.
I don't know. Jack
All
Attack
right.
made a video about it, so a lot of people got excited over it. I don't know why.
Well, Jack makes good videos, so there are a lot of people that listen. Let's talk about Zerg strength in general. We talked a little bit about balance, but Nate, do you feel that Zerg is in a position where they need to be scrutinized and adjusted?
Again, this mostly comes out of jealousy rather than balance wine, but they just got so much. They got so much new shit, like as far as all the upgrades and stuff go. I think I still really hate people that are good with like Ravagers and shit, but it really only seems to be on Prion Terraces. So now that people are actually starting to build Ghosts, because most people, and I was one of them, were like, Ghosts aren't actually going to be a good solution to that, but I don't know, maybe a bit more time to see. I don't know. They're probably not going to broadcast the GSL qualifiers or whatever, so I think we're all fucked because that would probably be the best way for us to know. But it doesn't seem like they have. I'm not sure if Blizzard has any way of getting like the replays for at least their balance team to examine from that. If they would look at them, I don't know, but we need to see like actually a lot of Koreans rather than just Beyond and Solar. There's a problem with just taking samples from literally the 2 guys that play the most who can metagame each other because they play each other every fucking week. Like it's actually not good to make every balance assumption off of just those 2 guys because
Beyond is a special case. And
the thing is they already have a meta for playing against each other. Or like it's not like, oh, okay, we have this top Korean playing this top Korean, they haven't played each other in a while, what are they gonna do? Like what actually happens in this matchup?
right.
But if you have Beyond versus Solar, it's like, okay, well they played 30 times in the last month, so maybe Solar won't do this or Beyond won't do that, or they will do this only because they've already played like 4 dozen games against each other. So I really think people making balance assumptions off of those 2 is it's honestly just stupid because neither of them are playing versus other top players that they don't regularly play against already.
Yep, makes perfect sense.
So I wish I would pay money for the replays from those qualifiers that are about to happen.
Okay.
It'd be pretty awesome to actually get to see what Koreans are doing versus each other.
Yeah. I'm getting someone saying that my video quote is sucking thick cock. Not sure what is causing that. I have 0 frames drop. So if you can be a little more specific, we'll talk about it. But anyway, let's move on. Next topic is going to be Nation Wars. Nate, what have you been thinking about the Nation Wars production? You've been excited about it? Thinking about the performances?
Yeah, it's great. I've been liking the Nation War stream. It's been really fun to watch. That's what I've been like doing every morning. That's what I did this morning. Just had one monitor, literally just raiding fobs all day and watching Nation Wars. It's nice, good quality stream, good games. I don't know how much there else is to say until they do the live event.
Yeah, I think that's really, there's not too much. It's exciting. It's good to watch. We're seeing a lot of people that we expect to go through. Do you agree, Nate?
Yeah, I'd say
right.
so.
So yeah, it's good.
Shout out
event.
to Desro for beating Major. That did surprise me.
Oh, did he?
Yeah.
Holy
Is Major been
shit.
practicing?
That I do not know.
And he's always like on off or
Yeah.
on. Like he's either like super in shape or he hasn't played in like 3 months because he's doing Pokemon
sometimes-
online or.
Yeah, that's
Well, Desert did well last week or the week before as well. So
I still think that an out of shape major would beat Desro though, so I still think that that's cool.
Sure.
yeah, so
But
go Desro. Damn it. I forgot what I was going to say. It doesn't matter. Nation Wars is cool. Home Story Cup coming up this weekend. Roddy going to play about that. Nate, you and Roddy are friends. Has he talked about that at all? Is he excited? Is he just like, yeah, I'm going to play. I'm going to get my ass kicked? Or is he like, I'm going to go in there and fucking take some names?
I think Roddy probably is probably worried. Well, now that I think about it, because the reason why Kev is playing in Home Story Cup is because that Kespa post that recently went out, because a bunch of people that they wanted to have play, because no
Yeah,
information was out about
right.
the SSL or GSL qualifiers, so a bunch of people canceled last minute. And just speaking from a casting perspective, I know how fucking hard it is when you're traveling abroad. Like, he doesn't have his PC there. I know Roddy doesn't have a gaming laptop or anything, and even those suck balls for practicing on. Like, unless you have your actual monitor there and an actual keyboard set up, like, unless you have everything there, like, you really can't practice when you're traveling to cast or whatever. So he's probably playing on like a PC that's going to be very different than what he plays on when he goes to Germany. So if I was him, I'd be more concerned that I'm just gonna not be able to show good games. But I don't know. It's gonna be tricky. Like, I just from my perspective, like having gone to events, casting for a weekend, and pro gamers say the same thing all the time. Like, traveling just makes it really hard because you're most comfortable when you're playing at your home setup. So I'm sure it'll be fun, but I wouldn't. I'd hope that not too many people give him shit. If he obviously
Yeah,
has a rough time there.
I agree. So yeah, Home Story Cup's coming up. It's going to be exciting. I'm really looking forward to watching it. Nation Wars also going on. Really exciting. Our last topic of the day is going to be WCS rumors, right? WCS 2016 rumors. Nate, I'm sure that you are as in the dark as everyone else, but as you are a profound member of the community, I am sure that you've also heard things on the back end. What are your thoughts about the rumors? What have you heard, and what do you think about the rumors that are completely unconfirmed?
Honestly, I from the way that they talked about it at BlizzCon, there's gonna be something. Like, it'd be pretty. They're not gonna release this game and then not do anything next year. They're probably just making a lot of big changes, hopefully, because that's the only reason why the rumors would be like so ridiculous. That's the only thing I think we can assume from that, because like they would like, I think I find it impossible to believe that they would do nothing. So the only reason why the rumors would be so crazy is because they're like flipping the table. That must be the only
So
explanation.
the big rumor that I heard, the only one that I heard that made me kind of upset, is again, let's caveat this. So if you soundbite this, if you quote this, you have to include this part. I heard this as a rumor. I have this nothing from fact. This wasn't from anyone associated with the organization I'm about to bring up. This was some dude in esports coming to me as another dude in esports saying, "Hey, I heard this." The rumor being that ESL doesn't want to do WCS anymore.
That
And
they don't want to do WCS anymore?
that they don't want to do WCS anymore.
As somebody that went to the summit, I would be very, very, very shocked if that was the case, because that would be completely and totally inconsistent with everything I saw.
Okay.
I guess I could say it.
Okay.
I like. It would be something that unless other people were like in the super secret, super ultra summit. If there was like an ultra secret one, I don't think you could find a single other person that was at that summit that would think that there wasn't going to be WCS. So I guess like in terms of like this is like, I guess this is my hope. This would be me putting like a really positive spin on what was going on. When we went to the summit and they had a lot of the WCS changes that they were ready to roll out with it, the impression that I got, and maybe others that disagree with this, but the impression that I got was that Kim Fan was looking to show us all the WCS changes. She was expecting that we would take issue with like one or two little things, and then they would change that, and then they'd be ready to throw it out to the public. But what actually happened was, I think this panel was slated to last for like 50 minutes or like an hour. This panel ended up taking, God, it must have been 2.5 hours.
3 hours is what I heard.
3 hours? Yeah, it sounds like a little bit of an exaggeration, but yeah, it's possible. Yeah, it was at least like 2 hours, and it was only supposed to be for like 55 minutes or something. But the people there had a lot of issues with a lot of the things that were being proposed for the next WCS season. Issues with residency requirements, issues with the scheduling. There were just a lot of different things. Residency requirements were honestly probably the bulk of the conversation, and there were a lot of people talking about I don't know how much I can say exactly, but just different things in regards to like how WCS would look. So I guess like the dream or the hope would be that as a result of all of that feedback that was given at the summit, maybe they decided to go back and dramatically rework what they had envisioned for WCS this year, or I'm sorry, next year, so that it would fall more in line with what everybody was saying there. That would be like the dream. And I mean, hopefully, maybe that's what's happening, but because it looked like, and again, other people that were at that summit, I guess if anybody of cats or whatever is around, but it would seem like when they presented us the information at the summit, it seemed like they were almost ready to go. That they had most of the things kind of ironed out, and they just had like a few finer details to work out. But then when we took issue with a lot of things, maybe they went back to the drawing board on a lot of it. I think.
Maybe, I don't know. So from everything else I heard, I heard the ESL thing, but then I heard a bunch of really good shit that I thought, okay, that's kind of cool. I like that. The ESL thing. So let's, actually we'll not even harp on it, because if you say, because I wasn't at your summit, I was at the one before that. So if at your summit you didn't get that vibe, then I'm going to assume that this is like a rumor spun from one person to another until it got really out of shape. So let's hope that that's not the case, because
Who did you hear the rumor from?
I'm not going to say.
Uh-oh. Was it like a person in the scene, or was it like a...
Yeah, it was a person in the scene. I'll tell you guys after.
Wait, type the name in the thing. I won't say it.
Oh, no, because I don't want you to ridicule me when you say, oh, you fucking
I'm not going to ridicule him.
All right.
No, I won't. I'm just curious who it is. Go.
And I assume that,
Wait, my correction, is that correct?
yeah.
You should literally just fucking kill yourself. I've never
See?
in my life...
You said you wouldn't fucking ridicule me.
Well, I didn't think you were going to say the dumbest fucking possible answer.
Can we
of
move on?
Oh, my God. Yeah, okay. Okay, so whatever... So that rumor, I would consider
hold
that
on.
completely and totally
let me say,
100% invalid.
the guy's been right before with telling me shit, so... It's not
Yeah,
like
when you even a broken clock is right twice a day. If you
all
spin
right.
50 million fucking rumors, obviously a couple of them are going to turn out to be
I
correct.
have learned a lesson today. I will not tell you fucking shit.
No, I'm sorry. No, I'm sorry. I love you.
All right. Well, anyway, either way, some of the things I've heard are good. Some of the things are exciting, especially for the foreign scene. We don't know what's going to be, but either way, I hope the WCS 2016, especially with the successful launch of Heart of the Void, Legacy of the Void, I think it's going to be good. Hopefully we hear something soon. We were hoping to hear it, I think, before December, but I know Kim Fan said that on Twitter she was looking for it, so we will see what happens. Lycan is 28. Anyway, that's it. Oh, anyway, another side thing is that Lycan League is coming back. It's coming back in January. Now that I have a new job, I can fund a higher prize pool, so we are going back to the $125 a week, and we're going to go to $400 a month for the monthly, split $125 for the weekly, and then I haven't decided how I want to split the money for the monthly, like maybe $300 and $100 or something like that. I don't know, but anyway, with that, we're gonna wrap up the show. I don't think there were any big questions. Let's talk about this real quick. The reason that the show is now at this later time is because I have the new job, and the new job is not as flexible as the old job. The old job I used to do on-call work at night, so I would get off Mondays and Wednesdays because several nights a week I was answering phone calls in the middle of the night. So now I don't get that flexibility, and now it's 9 to 5 in the office, and this is the time that I can guarantee every week that I am home. Even when I'm on the road, I can make sure that in my hotel room I have the Wi-Fi spun up and that we're good to go. So that's why I don't hate Europe, and I swear to God, tonight after the show, I'm going to go try to do that pistol, and then I'm going to upload the VOD once it's done updating on Twitch. So we'll get that out of the way. But let me take a look at the questions real quick. We'll see if there's anything. I don't think there was too much new. I will say that this is upsetting. If WCS information is being released next week, or not next week, I'm sorry, if GSL is starting like within a week or two, it's a little short notice, but I don't think it's the end of the world. And maybe you guys can comment on this. I don't think that if WCS itself, if for foreigners were to start in a week, like, who would be really that screwed? Aside from being able to, like, oh, someone's on vacation, they set time aside to be with family because Christmas is next week, that I could get. But otherwise, what could go wrong is like, wait, you haven't started training already? You're just now like, oh, I need a week notice before. I don't get it. So Nate, I don't know. Do you, with WCS does go live or with GSL going live now, as it said, do you see an issue with that? Like that would really hurt the players.
I don't really know, because the thing is, didn't it like one time WCS started really early in the year, and then no, like this year it started really early, right? Like the first qualifiers were in January, but I think last year not much happened until February. So I don't know if it were to start. I don't know actually. I'd be surprised if. So I don't know when it would even be supposed to start, but I'd be really shocked if it was this month, considering that nothing's been announced. But I don't know. I think everybody should be practicing regardless, right? Like
exactly.
There's been like most of the top players, right, have been practicing for like Nation Wars or whatever. But like the top players are top players because they practice a lot. So it's just kind of like naturally anyone who's not practicing is going to fall off anyway. Because if you're a pro gamer, there's no such thing as like, oh, I'm going to take Christmas break off, right? Because I get salaried, you know. It's like, no, most people don't get salaried or they get salaried shit. So it's not playing the game that literally funds your life is a pretty bad idea. So I don't know. I don't think it matters.
Well, guys, I think that's it. We're gonna we almost addressed every single question in the question section beforehand. So closing for the show, Nate, what's going on in your world? Are you traveling? Any tournaments coming up? Any projects you're working on?
Just streaming actually. It's just been nice getting back into the grind. I didn't really want to travel too much at the end of the year. I've actually just I don't know. I'm actually kind of tired. Just kind of tired of traveling. I don't know why I say these things on stream. Apparently, it's like a privilege to be able to sit on planes for 30 hours in a row, but I don't enjoy it that much anymore. So it's been a long year, and I'm kind of just ready to enjoy my December and just stream, spam dank memes, and chill.
The off season is, I imagine, very nice for the guys who get to travel all the time. Steven, what's going on with you?
You know, I just kind of been streaming a little bit more when I'm not getting coxed, and yeah, I've been enjoying getting back to the grind of streaming too. Playing StarCraft again feels good. I'll be playing in a tournament in like 10 hours, I think. The Root tournament tonight. My first opponent is Huck. I don't know why the fuck the scheduling is so weird. Apparently they wanted to appeal to Korea and Europe. I'm not sure. The scheduling is really strange, like the time of these matches, but yeah, apparently that match happens, I think, at 4:40 a.m. my time. So, yeah. And then I'll be going to a home strike cup, I guess, on the 15th, and I'll be there for 4 or 5 or 6 days or something.
Okay. Oh, wait, you are going to home strike cup?
Yeah, sure.
Oh, shit. When do you fly out?
I think the 15th.
Oh, damn. Nice. Is there anything this weekend? Is Nation Wars live this weekend, or...
My birthday is this weekend. My birthday's on the 12th.
The Korean group plays really soon, don't they?
Yeah.
Wow.
Maybe
I don't
tomorrow?
know. So there's more Nation Wars. Yeah, there's more tomorrow. It looks like it's the next 2 days at least. Maybe next 3 days according to Team Liquid. So yeah, lots of StarCraft on.
Cool. Well, let me see. Guys, if you want to check out any of the people that have been on the show, you can check out Nathanius at Nathanius TV. You can check out Steven at Steven_Bonnell on Twitter. And you can check out myself if you want to at LikenGTV. And that will wrap it up for us today on episode 50. Shut up, man. And first of all, Nathanius, I want to say that you've been on the show several times. You've always been a great guest. Steven, I want to thank you for being the co-host for this long. It's been 50 episodes. Pretty fucking awesome. Really happy to have you working with me on this.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's been dank, man.
And fun.
Wow.
Such friendship.
Much broness.
Yay.
Anyway, that wraps it up for us, guys. We will see you next week on the Late Game episode 51. We'll talk to you soon.
All right, have fun. Bye.
Bye.
So dirty.